is at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
His first carry of the ball game. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On the ground, it's McFarland. This will go for 5 up to the 33. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Hey, check Mike 46. Check Mike 46.
Off play action. Lewis. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And not much running room. Down to the 32. There on the tackle, Minka Fitzpatrick.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
15 yards on the play. 1st down.
1st down, Cleveland.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Connor escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. From the gun, Connor. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year. About here, finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Connor. Flush to his right. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. T.J. Watt able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down.
Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10. At their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
The clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. On 1st down, McFarland. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
That's good for a Pittsburgh Steeler.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
The score, Browns 3, Steelers nothing.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Lewis. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. First, the end result, 21 yards. Operating from the gun, Lewis. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They'll run here with McFarland. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, Lewis. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
A 48-yard attempt.
Oh, this one is no good. Fairbairn hangs it out to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
Heinz Field has always been a tough place for field goal kickers. It's just a very heavy side, plus you've got an open end of the field with wind coming off the Allegheny. And sure enough, he kind of chunks this one, and it's no good.
So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38. Here's Lewis off the play fake. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. To throw is Lewis. To throw on second down. Throw left side complete. It's Johnson. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 51 yards.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Lewis now. Off play action. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson there to make the grab. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
To throw on second down, Connor. Going to throw right side here, complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. 3rd, operating from the gun. Connor. He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for the Steeler touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have the coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Right after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A final shot before break. Connor, he'll fire this deep for Gallup. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there. there, but it'll be third down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They go play action here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Connor. And he rifles one incomplete. Tight end Harrison Bryant, the intended target. And it'll bring up third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Connor. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, Connor. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Connor. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun, Connor. And that is incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
7-yard line.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. Hey, defense.
Again, McFarland. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
3rd down and 4.
Check
From the gun, Lewis. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
The Steelers send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. "51 yards on the punt there. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10.
20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened in the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Connor. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, Connor. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack.
So we recount real quick. He had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot down.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
To number 17.
That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with McFarland. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll move the chains. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Lewis off the play fake. Going for the deep ball. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Carl Joseph. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute.
Here we go. Here we go. Mike spot 4, Mike spot check. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike 54.
On 1st and 10, Connor got his man there complete to Gallup. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Michael Gallup, his second touchdown on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
But he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Their own 29-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Lewis under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Quarterback taken down.
Jacob Phillips able to get him for a loss of about 3. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now Lewis to throw on 3rd down. And the pressure gets to him again. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line.
By number 24.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
There on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 8-yard line.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw on second down. Connor firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Cleveland.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And here's a first down throw that's complete, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Off-play action. Connor. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
On 4th down, Connor throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
Connor.
7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. At the
back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Browns.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And give them 9 yards on the second down screen play.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. the play fake. Connor. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Steelers
when you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
29-yard line.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Off play action. Lewis. He's going to air one out. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Steelers, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home.